Cocktail party down in Jacksonville, world's largest cocktail party. It's being played this weekend. I believe that's not allowed to. Is that name no longer around?
Nope.
Yeah, I think they've altered that, haven't they? Yeah.
Yep. They've.
What is it now?
I forgot what it. See, it's
just
such
the
a terrible
world's largest
change.
outdoor party or something.
Yeah, something like that. It's bad. Whatever they change it to, it's bad, and nobody goes by it. I don't even know what it is. No. Yeah, I went last year. I don't even know what it is.
Kirby Smart wants this thing moved to home and home, and his biggest problem, he said last year at SEC Media Days, he can't get a Florida coach to agree with me on this. His issue is recruiting, of course. I'm competing all across the SEC who host recruits at their biggest games. When Auburn plays Alabama, guess where the recruits are? When LSU and Alabama play, that's where the biggest recruits want to go. It's an opportunity for bring these kids who fly in from all the country. What game do they want to come see Georgia play? They'd like to see Georgia play Florida, but they can't do that. It's very important. Recruiting is very important. I can't get a Florida coach to agree. He wants to go home and home so that every other year he can bring recruits to Athens for the big Florida game. Right now, they cannot host recruits on an off-campus site like this. Although I'm sure there be plenty of ways to get certainly Jacksonville area talent to wander over if they'd like to, and maybe just sit in the stands or whatever. We talked a little about this over the summer, but Ross, your thoughts on will they ever move the cocktail party, which I think has been there 70 years or something?
I'm a proponent of on-campus games. It's something we've talked about on the pod quite a bit, especially with the expanded playoff situation. I am definitely a proponent of on-campus games, and I think that eventually we'll see this one move back, like a lot of them have. Right, there's only a really small amount of games that are like rivalry games, traditional annual rivalry games that are held off campus. I can. Obviously Texas and Oklahoma is one, and this one is another. I'm sure there are a few more, but
Arkansas A&M.
And that's kind of a new one that went right. Yeah, that's kind of a new
weird.
One. Yeah,
kind of weird.
It is. Yeah,
I mean they're doing that for recruiting,
right?
Yep. Yeah.
Because they want to be. So I mean, you get something out of being there. That's my. I don't know. Like I think this is kind of a cool tradition and it's unique. I am pro on-campus games also, but there's something about this one that just works. Like the Texas Oklahoma game being at the state fair. So I kind of don't want to. That's kind of tradition I kind of like. I know it's a little weird that I'm violating my credo on it. But.
It's been played in Jacksonville, by the way, since 1933, other than two exceptions. So, yeah, I mean,
they built the stadium. They had to go campus when they built the stadium, or they redid the stadium. I remember that.
Yeah.
Also, the cocktail party name comes from Florida Times Union sports writer Bill Castells, who in 1950s gave it the name, the world's largest outdoor cocktail party, after he observed a drunken fan offering a policeman a drink.
If we named every college football game after, could you imagine if we named every college football rivalry game after what we randomly saw outside the stadium? There would be some real interesting names of rivalry series.
Yeah. That'd be tough. That's tough.
I mean, I like this game, and I love the game in Dallas. Those games are fun. Maybe I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth here too, but I think during the regular season, you throw those one or two special things in there, and they're bordering states. It works with the fan bases coming together. It's a wonderful atmosphere, 50-50 ticket split. It's not a bunch of corporate muckety-mucks like you get at a lot of the bowl game sort of settings. So I would love to see him keep it. And, one of the reasons Kirby is as good a recruiter as he is he wants every advantage and he presses every advantage. So I get it, but I also know that 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 6 straight years they've had a top 5 class. I don't think it's killing them to not have the Georgia-Florida game on campus. So, I can't really feel like an abundance of sympathy or feel like they're really being disadvantaged there because they sure seem to be making it up in other areas.